years in sports ever.
Controversial. I think mushrooms are. I think that's a very polar reaction.
I've been doing Shaq for so long, I can tell you exactly what he's thinking right now.
All my friends are saying mean things. Everyone is calling Shaq dumb.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, alongside Adam Mertz of ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, here's Jim Rutledge.
It's a Fish Friday on Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Come out and serve blue prime time. You know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
We are live from the Everlight Solar Studio. And by we, I mean me, Jim Rutledge, alongside Adam Mertz of Wisconsin College Game Day fame.
I get Boomin' Voice Guy.
There you go.
I get Boomin' Voice Guy calling me out and everything.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty special on Friday afternoon.
Let's go. Made it. We're happy to have you. And if you're just tuning in, you haven't seen on our socials, Jay Pharoah is joining the show next segment. So that's very exciting as well. You heard his impersonation of Stephen A. Smith in the Open. And you know what? I want to put it out to the callers because Jay's pretty famous from SNL. He's been in some movies, done a lot of comedy sets. If you want to chime in and see if we can ask Jay to do one of your favorite impersonations that he does, we can do that, 844-770-3776. You can chime in with some names of possible people you'd like to see him do an impersonation of. I see Barack Obama, Kanye West, Jay-Z, Stephen A. Smith, Will Smith. What do we got here? Lil Wayne, big Packer fan, so you could do that one. Chris Rock, Tracy Morgan, Kendrick Lamar. Then we get a little thoughts on the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef here. So we'll get Jay on next, and he's going to be at the Comedy Club on State. He was there last night. He's there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Is that right?
That is correct, Jim.
All righty. So that'll be exciting. I want to get his thoughts on the Comedy Club on State as well. Mertzy, thanks for coming in on a Friday.
Yeah, man. It is always good to be next to you, Jim Rutledge. We have been doing shows for what?
Longer than
more
we
than
probably
15
want.
years.
Yeah, more than we want to
years.
actually admit. But to everyone out there, yeah, because I mean, you and I did a show, heck, maybe when we were Madison Sports Radio. And so,
seriously,
yeah, it's probably all the way back to that time frame there. So,
I think I have like a koozie from that yet.
I have a mic flag from the Madison Sports Radio days. Primetime, do you know that we were Madison Sports Radio at one point here, not ESPN Madison?
Yeah, you guys still had like stone tablets at the time, I believe. Walkmans.
I'll tell you what didn't exist, tablets.
Tablets?
So, yeah.
I think other tablets.
Yeah, I think that's the way you can kind of go
Original
with it.
tablets.
Yeah, smartphones are maybe working their way around. I'm actually watching this movie, I don't know if it's called a mockumentary about BlackBerry. Like the phone,
yeah.
And it stars like a couple of people you'd recognize. It's pretty good. It has like a 7.5 on IMDb, but it is funny like how revolutionary it was and like how technical it is for us to be able to do all this stuff like on the network, and like how apparently initially when you got BlackBerries, there was only 500,000 of the phones were allowed to be on a network. Because otherwise
it'd crash it?
Yeah, the network would crash. Yeah, so they had to figure out a workaround around that because it became so popular. So pretty crazy story with how that kind of came up. And that was probably, I remember the BlackBerry being the big thing when I moved back up here to Wisconsin, probably when I was doing shows with you, Adam Mertz.
That was like the businessman's trademark. That was when it was like a gold watch,
right?
You know, like you got a BlackBerry. It must be important.
And that's how they marketed it. As you learn it, like they purposely went out and went around the fanciest people they could find. The salespeople did and they would go out there with BlackBerry, and those fancy people would be like, "What's that?" And then like be into it. Brian, do you even know what a BlackBerry is? Or?
The only thing I know about BlackBerry is that it's what I used to play Brick Breaker on my dad's phone when I was a kid. he was one of those fancy business people, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, we're waiting here for 30 minutes while we wait for the dentist. Can I break some bricks on your phone?" That was literally the only reason I ever knew about him.
Wow. Yeah, that hurts a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Which part hurt the most?
All of it. The fact that like you just know it as like an old. And that was probably worse than like a Game Boy type system as far as like what it would look like as far as the
it was pretty low
it.
grade, yeah.
But it
Pong. It was like the Pong of his time.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that game is, Brick Breaker, but
Brick Breaker? You just like basically shot like little balls at bricks and you broke them. Like it was pretty straightforward. It was a little like Tetris.
Okay. 844-770-3776. You can chime in with impersonation suggestions for us with Jay Pharoah joining the show. Next segment here. Again, he'll be at the Comedy Club on State. Also, big news with the new EA college football game. It was announced, 2 days ago that it's coming out mid-July? What's the date on that?
July 19th is
July
the release date.
19th. So I assume we're going to have a big dip in the workforce productivity for our listeners. That game has been gone for a while, and it's finally back, and the players are in the game. I did see a lot of people say that you should have to prove that you played the game prior when you had to enter all the names, and if you hadn't, you should have to manually enter the names just to get a real as an initiation.
Nice. Yeah.
Now, Prime, I'll ask you this one too. Did you ever play the college football game?
I did play a little bit of NCAA 14, the Denard Robinson cover with my older brother.
That was the last one they came out
exactly.
with. Yeah.
That was the
That's
final one
I
they came
I
out
have that
with.
one on PlayStation. I don't have a PlayStation though. So.
Well, that became like one of the most coveted video games of all time, I think.
Oh, I bet,
think there's
yeah.
a ton of people who kept like a PS2 or a PS3 just to play that game. And I think really it was only my older brother who started playing them, and that was when I first started getting into sports video games, actually. It was around that 2013, 2014 time. So, yeah. That's the last one I can remember. And if I saw the graphics of that nowadays compared to what it looked like in the new trailer today, I mean, they look like two different worlds. I cannot wait for this game.
Yeah, so that game is coming out, and I want to first start with, we'll talk about the brand of the Badgers. They were featured a little bit in this video. And Adam, I'll say this, when the Badgers brand has never been higher than I think the Russell Wilson, Melvin Gordon, Monte Ball kind of era with that team, and give or take a few years for Badger football, that was the peak of the brand nationally and locally for Badger football. Do you agree?
I do, because I'm thinking back to 98, 99 seasons, which were superb, obviously, and the Rose Bowl actual wins.
Yes.
Which used to happen around here. And but it was like people wanted to write them off yet at that point. It was Ron Dane. He obviously garnered a lot of attention that senior year especially. So that's the one exception, but the sustained success there that they had for that stretch, and just sort of like how much more media was predominant at that time than it was in the late 90s.
Yeah.
To be able to see teams and everything. So I absolutely agree.
Well, that's why I use the word brand more than like the best teams, because with Monte Ball breaking the NCAA record, and then obviously Melvin in that window had a single game record. Russell was really the only high-end quarterback we've ever seen at the University of Wisconsin during their time at the University of Wisconsin. And so all of that was just electric. The whole city was buzzing. And yes, obviously the way media covers things made it more so as well. And I want to get into the Badgers brand, and is it going up or going down a little bit later in the show. But I also just want people to chime in, 844-770-3776. What is your favorite sports video game? Like that you played, 844-770-3776. Now, did you play video game? You're how old are you? Sorry, not to give me a range if you don't want to give your full age here.
That's okay. I think that I could get my AARP card. Isn't it 50?
Is it 50? I don't know.
I
don't know.
I'm not positive. I'm 50, I'll be 52 this year.
Okay, so I'm 44. So we're like different but close enough.
Yeah.
But did you play games? Because for me, like Nintendo was kind of born, and we just started playing it.
I was a psycho Atari 2600.
Okay,
guy.
I remember a little bit of Atari when I was. My friends had an Atari. I never got the Atari, but I do remember it.
I mean, that was like the original game console that came out. And so I did that a lot, and then I kind of faded off after that. I play a lot of like arcade games.
Yeah,
when you'd go out, but I stopped like playing at home.
Okay,
so I missed a lot of the craze here.
Yeah, and it was one of those things where my brother and I played as much as we were allowed to. I mean, we're at the age of like. You go out and play it all day, but it was just like at night before you went to bed, instead of watch TV, you could play the video game, that kind of stuff. Or like on a Friday, Saturday, you could stay up late and you can play the game. And so when it got dark, that's what we'd play all night. Like, you just sleep in the morning on the weekend. So like that's kind of my relationship with it. Prime, what about you?
I played way too many video games back in the day. The reason I have glasses now, I'm pretty sure, is because I broke my eyes staring at screens for too long. It's
that's
sad.
not a thing, by the way.
It's not a thing?
I looked it up because that was like an old wives' tale. My mom was convinced that she's like, oh, you're sitting close to the TV. That's why you got glasses. And no, it's the other way around. You move closer to the TV because you need glasses. It doesn't cause
an effect here?
Yeah, it does not cause you to need glasses. It's just you get closer because you can't see properly, so you get closer to it. It doesn't make your eyes worse.
All right, well, then maybe what it was is I was sitting in too many dimly lit, dark rooms for too long.
For you,
That probably ruined my eyes because I was playing too many video games, yes.
What was your game of choice?
Back in the day, I mean, Madden was definitely consuming all of my time later on in high school. before then, I mean, there was honestly this Little League baseball game back in the day, or like a Nintendo game that was insane in my household on the Wii. Wii Sports a lot back in the day. Also, one video game that's I'm a little bit embarrassed to say I went too far into. It's called Assassin's Creed.
I've heard of it. It's a movie, right?
There was a very bad movie made about it. Michael Fassbender was in it.
Yeah.
There's a few new games coming out recently, but
I had my non-sports nerdy friends played Assassin's
exactly,
Creed.
Yeah.
Like, that was I never played. I don't know if I ever played any game that wasn't sports. A little bit of Grand Theft Auto, but I don't think I owned it. I think I'd go to someone's house.
Was that an indirect way of calling Prime nerdy?
Oh, yeah, directly he's a nerd. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
No. There's no indirect here when it comes to that, Adam. It's very direct.
And to be fair, Adam's got his readers on here, so we are
we
are a cool group right now.
Exactly.
Jay Farrell's like, what did I walk into? But we do have some people chiming in, 844-770-3776. I basically want to ask the question, what was your favorite sports video game? Chipotle Corey chimes in, NFL Blitz for 64 or NBA Jam for Super Nintendo. That was a pretty great one. 844-770-3776 is how you get into the show if you want to chime in with your favorite video games. I remember one, it was called Excite Bike. It was a dirt bike racing game, and that was a fun one.
Excite Bike?
Excite Bike. And that was like you race like on a dirt bike, and like you do like different sort of racing things. That was like the first Nintendo game that like came with the system, or like I got it early on. I'm trying to think of some other ones there that were, I would say, fun to watch or something fun to play. There was Double Dribble. That was another basketball one. There was a lot of baseball ones. I'm trying to remember, like the RBI baseball was a popular one.
I was trying to think of that one.
Yeah, those were like the Nintendo sports ones. John Elway Football is one that I had, along with Tecmo Super Bowl. So those were like the big. Obviously, NBA Jam might be number one as far as like that game was. I had it for Sega, but like as you kind of went along, that one was a big one. And then the Maddens, like my brother and I would get it every year, and we'd play the heck out of it. Like we'd go up north and we'd play that game. My parents would like basically we'd go up to like Door County. My parents would be like, all right, we're going out. You guys stay in the hotel, and we'll order you some pizza, and you guys can just play your video games. So we played a video game all night. My parents would go out, and
everybody plays, everybody wins.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, 12 or 13, so I was old enough to watch it at a hotel, and we would just have the time of our lives playing games. And actually, the other part with Jay coming up, we'd watch comedy. The HBO would do like comedy stuff because it was always around like New Year's. We'd go, so they'd have like some sort of marathon going on. So you watch comedy hours, and then you'd play video games, and that was kind of the whole night and have pizza. I mean, that's the life, really. I mean,
absolutely.
Tim in Oregon chimes in. I played Madden and 2K with my kids, and they whipped me. We get the new Madden and 2K every Christmas. My two kids, 22, 25, play epic battles. And he says it's sometimes better than the real games there. So, I mean, do your kids play any of these games? Or
they are not video game players. Got two girls, and that may be part of it. But I don't know. What do girls play in video games these days?
My oldest likes to play the Lego. Like we play like Lego Harry Potter. So it's kind of similar to like Mario Brothers, but like Harry Potter themed. Where like you're playing, it's like a little adventure game. And she likes to play that because she likes Harry Potter. We did the Jurassic Park one, so those two she likes. My youngest is big into horses, so we have a Spirit game. She doesn't play it much. They're much more into like the iPad games, but they did. Like those are the two that we've gotten for them that they do like to play a little bit. Still not high on their list, but I have whatever the new Xbox is called. I've been relegated to the basement, so like I have something down there. But again,
that's okay.
I have Madden, and I think I have 2K. 2K got too hard. I can't play it anymore. Like I wanted to, but now I'm just not talented enough. You have to like put in the work to like relearn the skills to play it. Tim in Oregon chimes in with FIFA. I've played FIFA a few times on like some free trials, and I actually get a kick out of it. It's pretty fun in the idea that I don't have to.
Great pun.
Oh, yeah. You don't like the best part about it was you don't have to be that good at it. You play in your level. It'd be like, all right, and then as you got better, it would make it harder.
Okay.
So like, okay, well,
that was smart.
Early on, like I can play and have some fun and score some goals. And then as I got better at it, it would just get harder. But you like weren't like overwhelmed by it because it's like learning offsides and all that kind of stuff is kind of tricky. So you could have it set in where the rules kind of show you like here's the off, like don't go past that. So you kind of get a feel for it. John in Fitchburg chimes in. Joe Montana, Sports Talk Football 2 and Blades of Steel. I remember Blades of Steel. Ryan, our psychedelic advisor, chimes in. EA Sports College Football, you could do the Badgers in Dynasty mode, and you could do off-season recruiting, good blue-chip athletes. I totally nerded out, and that's why we're talking about it today, is that the NCAA game came out with its new promo today, and the Badgers are in it a little bit, and everyone is excited about it. It comes out on July 19th. Tommy T in Madison chimes in with SSX Tricky on PS2. There's another fun one there. So, and then we have Rob in Madison, 844-770-3776. Rob, what's your game?
Well, it's not really my favorite game, but I just remembered it back in the day on a Sega. It must have been Techno Super Bowl, and I always was Randall Cunningham, and all I would have to do is roll out every time and run 100 yards. It's the only play I ever did. And it was, undefeated, ungodly amounts of rushing yards, and same play every time. I'd play a family member, an uncle, same play, Randall Cunningham, roll out, run. I don't know if it was a glitch in the system or if he was just that dang good on there.
Thanks, Rob, for the call. That's like the Bo Jackson glitch in Tecmo Super Bowl where you could just run around and score a touchdown. With him, we do see Jay Pharoah has entered into the Spark building here. We're in the Everlight Solar studio. Let me tell you about Carbon World Health. We'll go to break, and we'll get Jay to come on here. Carbon World Health has helped me reach and maintain my fitness goals, and they can do the same for you. All you have to do is sign up for the 6-week experience, and you'll start to see the difference that Carbon will make for you. Get personalized training. You'll meet with Dr. Nestor Rodriguez to see if semaglutide or hormone optimization could help enhance your healthy lifestyle. Semaglutide is the game-changing FDA-approved weight loss treatment that you've heard about everywhere. And hormone optimization can help you regain the focus, fitness, and fun that you had in your 20s. This is Rutledge Hamilton. Jay Pharoah coming up next.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Matt Hamilton here to tell you about my friends at Revive Restoration. Nobody plans for accidents to happen, but when they do, you can count on Revive to be professional, efficient, and detail-oriented as they make things right again. Revive Restoration.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Greg Scalzo here for Buckin' Honeys. Congratulations to the perennial Best of Madison Award winner by the folks at Madison Magazine. Meet me at Buckin' Honeys to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality. Whether you're enjoying the view on the Yahara River in Monona, exploring Wanakee, visiting the OG in Sun Prairie, or checking out the new location in Mount Horeb, you can enjoy the Buckin' Honeys experience in a neighborhood near you. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week with brunch every Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you at Buckin' Honeys.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get house.
Jim Rutledge here.
And Matt Hamilton from Rutledge and Hamilton, Madison's favorite sports comedy show.
For the second straight year, we've been nominated as Madison's best radio team by Madison Magazine.
This year, we need your help to take home the gold at Best of Madison.
Vote for Rutledge and Hamilton each and every day throughout the month of June, starting June 1st. Cast your vote at MadisonMagazine.com/BOM. That's MadisonMagazine.com/BOM. Cast your vote every day, beginning June 1st. Thanks Madison.
Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Continues live on Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. I am Jim Rutledge alongside Adam Mertz, and we are thrilled to be joined by Jay Pharoah, who's in town at the Comedy Club on State for 2 shows tonight.
Yeah.
2 shows on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got Jay-Z in the house as well.
Yeah. You know, I had to come to Wisconsin, you know. I'm off for dad duty now, you know. Like, you know, well, we got maids for that, you know. You know, have you seen what happened to Diddy? Leave me alone.
I love how you were able to get that Wisconsin, like, Jay-Z accent the way he would say Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of cheese out here. You know,
there is
a lot of curds.
So
a curd that you all like curds. That would be a rap that he would say.
Absolutely.
It a curd that you all like curds. Okay, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
No, man.
It's not my show, man. It's yours.
No, I wanted to know because I love you do some really good rap impersonations.
Oh, thank you.
I think I saw somewhere you did Kendrick.
Did I do Kendrick? Oh yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, call it Jason Boy do Drake. Drake when I pop him and I pop him.
And he enunciates his. I just think it's funny that Shaq made a diss for Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
What the hell is he doing that for?
You don't want with me. Big BB, I'm Big BD, I'm a Big Shaq. You whack. You sure got Cat Williams. What you got after that?
Like what is he? That was just. I think those bars were harder than Shaquille's.
I don't know the last time. I mean, before that, Shaq. I know it from like I Know I Got Skills back in that day.
Yeah. You remember he dropped that album, Big Shaq trying to kill me, Big Shaq trying to kill me. He sold 1 million records to do that. Kobe ain't sell 1 million records. He couldn't do that with that Spanish rap he was trying to do.
That is true.
Rest in peace. But you know, there's many rappers who have tried to cross over into the music industry, and only a couple of them really have skills. I think Iman Shumpert is good. I think Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is a beast.
We love Dame here with Milwaukee Bucks now.
Yeah. But everybody, every single one of them is better than Roy Jones at rapping because I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all must have forgot. I said we still trying to forget. That was trash. Do y'all remember that? Do you remember that? Now shout out to Roy Jones. I know he could kick my ass, but because I'm not skilled, you know, I don't fight. I don't got a pop. I got a shot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. You feel me? Pop, pop, pop. I don't do it. Hey. I got the skills, but they're not Roy Jones skills. Tyson had everybody's talking about him. They're like, wow, you know, they talking about him. What about me? I haven't been in the ring and I haven't been in the ring in years. I couldn't even. I was out of breath. Everybody's worried about him. What about me? Forget him. What about me? It's terrible. I was airing out there. It was terrible.
Well, Tyson's got a Logan Paul fight coming up here.
Oh, man. I don't know how the hell that's going to pan out, but I want to see it. I want to see it. But Tyson is – I would never – I don't give a damn if Tyson was in a nursing home. I still wouldn't fight him.
It's one. All he needs is one punch on you.
One punch.
One punch.
One punch, and it's a wrap. And he's got that it seems like he's quick, and he's – how old is Tyson? Is he 59?
Into his I think it was like 55 or something like that. Yeah. Into his well into his 50s.
Do you ever watch some of his old tapes?
Oh, absolutely. They're horrific.
Insane.
They're horrific, especially the press conferences. He's like, I'll bang you in front of everybody, you hoe. Look at you, you hoe. Looking at a real man. You can't say hoe?
No, he's having some fun with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just know, Wisconsin, I am censoring myself. But, white folks get nervous. I know they do. Y'all do, man. Y'all
Look, all right.
He's nervous.
Look at Ryan back
I got
there.
the readers on. All right, I'm trying to play it safe.
You hoe. You hoe. Look at you. I'll bang you in front of everybody. Look at you. I'll bang your butt in front of everybody right now. I'll bang you until you love me, hoe. He didn't say hoe. He said the other word. But, you can't say that one without getting canceled and offending today's environment. So, you can't say that.
That is true. And then also he would have to hit the dump button. That one would make you nervous back there. Yeah. So we want to be able to hear you. So.
Yeah. You don't want this interview to be a Morse code.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So what do you do in between shows? Like, because you have 2 shows tonight. Like, and I normally host a show with Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton.
Man,
and when he's competing and everything,
do?
he sleeps, he naps. So I don't know what you do in between shows.
Well, I'll tell you what I used to do. I used to watch porn, but since I stopped that,
it's not even Lent.
Huh? It's not what?
It's not even Lent.
No,
What'd you give it up for?
I just because, man. I just stopped. I was tired of the taint being so sore. I was tired of it.
Yeah.
I go hard. I'm sorry. Like, no, look, he's not dumping none of this.
He doesn't know where to start.
You've shared him out of it now. He's just gonna deal with it. Yeah.
I really don't anymore. It's just I don't know. I just I'm just getting closer to my faith, so I'm not doing it anymore. But now I will. This is gonna sound it's gonna sound like I'm lying to you.
Okay.
But I'm not. Okay. If I'm not on, looking at a podcast or whatever, or on YouTube looking at sermons or whatever, I'm in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And I'll work out, and then I try to tap in with the people in my circle that I'm close to. You know what I'm saying? So I hit up my people, see how they doing. I hit up my homeboy, see how he's doing. A couple of my homeboys, see how they doing. And then before I hit the stage, man, I pray, and then everything after that is just it's in God's hands. So that's how I do. I'm sorry. I hate to sound so Quaker, but
Wait, so
I'm not a pilgrim. I am not a pilgrim. All right, go ahead.
How did you figure out you could do all these voices? Like, I mean, that's not everyone can do this.
I used to use it I was 6 years old, man, and I was raised by the television. So, Disney Channel pretty much raised me when I was a kid. Thank God I was never a cast member up there. Oh my
Right,
God.
yeah.
Yo, y'all think that Nickelodeon one is bad.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Wait till you see the Disney one. Anyway, so I would watch Aladdin. I watched Disney movies and things, and I just picked it up. I didn't even. It was just something that I did. Like Gilbert Godfrey was the first one I picked up, and I just kept going with that. I'm melting. Jafar, is he really? Like I did that at 6, and I used to use it 5. How old was I? Did that 6, 5? One of them. I was 6. That's what it was. Yeah, look at Wikipedia. Yeah, whatever. But after that, I just kept adding to my repertoire, man. And before I knew it, I had all these voices, man. I did Sally Field, Forrest Gump. I did a whole bunch of stuff when I was a kid. That's before my testicles dropped.
Okay, yeah, that makes
it's a little
sense.
bit harder.
Yeah. No.
They got bass now. You know what I mean? Like
no more Blaze Choir.
No more Blaze. They swinging. You know what I'm saying? They swinging, and as you get older, they just get longer and longer. It's wild. It's wild how skin stretches. Isn't it wild how skin stretches?
I mean, you're talking to a 52-year-old and a 44-year-old.
Yo, I'm
so
literally.
Yeah.
You remember Stretch Armstrong? Like that's how my boxers are now, son. Like everything is stretched out. I'm like, I got another inch. This is crazy. There's no complaints on the female line. There's no complaints. Did you get bigger? Nah, baby, you tripping. Yeah, you just gotta make it up. I'm not taking anything. No, I wouldn't do that. Let's go.
We're talking with Jay Pharoah. He's got 2 shows, Friday, Saturday, Comedy Club on State. I hate to interrupt you. I just want to make sure we give you proper.
Come on, man.
Let everyone know what's going on. So, like, what are the most? Because I saw a ton. You did some stuff with Howard Stern recently. Yeah. So, like, what are the most requested, and what are some of your favorite impersonations you do?
The funny, I'll answer the second one first, second part of the question first. I don't have a favorite impression to do.
Okay.
But the ones that I get asked to do the most, of course, are your Eddie Murphys, your Kevin Hart's, Will Smith, Denzel Washington, and the Stephen A. Smith, and what's another one that people ask me to do all the time? Now Rick Ross now. because that has gone viral.
Rick Ross, BBL Drizzy, white boy, you wanted to hang with the black boys with they Chevy Impalas. Huh.
Rick Ross, yeah, like if he ever lost weight, he would have to put he'd have to do a program for his body and another one for his tongue. Like, he's got a fat tongue. And I know about fat tongue. I used to have one. Yeah, son, that's how I used to be heavy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I still got a little bit of chunk on my tongue. You feel me? Like I said, again, no complaints from the ladies, but that's how easy it was. That's why when I could do Biggie Smalls so easy.
First of all, I pop freaks all the honeys, dummies, Playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Them's the one I like because they don't want Nathan but penetration.
Oh, see?
And Rick Ross is just a little different. Ricky Rose, down to the bottom. I love ESPN. High steppers, Milwaukee high steppers.
It's always
lemon peppers.
It's the extra S's at the end that make the impression what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yes, so I think I answered your question.
You did, because like the second I would tell people you were on today, they're like, Denzel was the one where they're like, my brother's like, that's him as Denzel on SNL is my favorite skits ever.
Yeah, that's a favorite one.
That's the favorite one. That's my brother's.
Mm-hmm. That's his
one
favorite
of mine
one.
too.
He likes Denzel. That's the one he likes. He likes the Denzel. Everybody likes the Denzel now. Everybody likes that one. Had to stop doing it around my mom because she was getting hot. That's right, huh?
Now,
when you make it so real that your mother likes it too, my man. You see that?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, have people have been upset about it or super impressed by them?
Denzel was super impressed. He was super impressed. Kanye, well, he's just got problems. So, he just doesn't like to be made fun of. And I understand where he's coming from. Both of your parents are Black Panthers. Like, if Tupac was alive today, not saying that Kanye West is Tupac, he's more like Tupac crossed with H&M. You know what I'm saying? But if Tupac was alive today and both his parents were Black Panthers, and I joked him, he would be mad too. So I get the fire, but he didn't like it. Jay-Z loved it. Sonically, as far as impersonations, Pharoah is, comparatively, the closest to, my actual speaking voice. Yeah, because but he's chocolate, that's the difference. I'm like caramel. So it's like he loved it. Denzel, everybody, nobody but Kanye West had a problem. And Shannon Sharp Shannon Sharp had a problem with it at first, but I refined the impression. And he ain't got no problem now. He was like, I don't believe I sound like that. See, first of all, the problem is you didn't sound like I did at first. But, you dialed it in and you got it down pat. Because I'm proud of you. Because I was looking at you like, I might have to roll up on you now. Now, if Shannon Sharp rolls up on you, you ain't fighting. I'm running.
Right.
I'm going the other way. Shannon Sharp looks like he eats nothing but other people. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he eats 2 black people a day. He keeps cancer away. That's how Shannon Sharp looks. I ain't messing with Shannon Sharp. He's got muscles on top of muscles. He's like a Ninja Turtle. But it's like, I would not be surprised if every morning he had a bowl of grits and he poured some Ninja Turtle ooze in there and stirred it in there. I would not be surprised if he had fluorescent grits. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if he did that. No, I would not be surprised. But yeah, I don't believe a thing like that.
So my observation is, out of the way that you do impressions, there's two ways of doing impressions. One is clowning, and one is a tribute.
Yes.
There's a big difference. You can go either direction, but you seem to come off more on the tribute side.
I like these guys. Like, if I do an impersonation of you, I like you. If you ain't been impersonated, well, there you go. I don't really bang with you like that. The only one I could say that I had to force myself to get down, and I don't even know if I should dampen the airways by doing this, is Donald Trump. I didn't want to do that at first. And, once I got into it,
absolutely, positively, the best ever you've ever heard, ever created, the best ever created, quite frankly. He's just nice. He's nice. Look at my African American. I love him. He's just so beautiful. Look at his skin. I swear he eats Popeyes all the time. That's what it does. It's Popeyes. That's what makes your skin so soft and succulent. Coconut butter. They love the coconut butter. They love the coconut butter.
In the hands. It's the hands, man.
How much is that? And you can rebuttal with, bipartisan. You can have Barack Obama, because I know you like those are good ones too. But you do honestly act it out some as well. I've seen that with these. So.
Yeah, it's man, it's just man, when I came into the game, it was impressions were a little different because a lot of folks would do them and they wouldn't fully transform. The only couple of people I could say transform before and were consistent, Jim Carrey, and Robin Williams. Eddie Murphy, he did more of the vocals with the character, but they were still great.
Yep.
I'm not, he's freaking amazing.
Yep.
But Jim Carrey would morph his face, and I feel like I do that with the majority of my characters, and that's why it kind of got elevated after me. Now you got all these clones on the internet, watching videos and doing the same thing. But I don't come at them like I shout out everybody that does it. You know what I mean? Go ahead, man.
Well, I was to say with that, I think it was with Stern. I saw that you were early with Will Smith. That got you a lot of fame because people weren't doing a lot of Will Smith impersonations.
Yeah, man, the Will Smith one. That's the one that people were like. How is he doing this? It's absolutely amazing. And he didn't think that it was good. He was like, yo, I mean, yeah, but no. But yeah, but no. That's how Will talks. Yeah. Will talks in Morse code.
Yes.
That's how he talks. Hey, what the hell?
I was trying to speak back to you.
Oh my goodness! So yeah, Will Smith was the one that just took because nobody had done him. Nobody had done justice. I think Affion, my homeboy Affion Crockett, he had done him a little, but I put the ears out. I took tape. I put it behind my ears. You know what I mean? And I looked like Eddie Murphy and Will Smith had got together on a one-night stand anyway. So it's like I already kind of resemble him, but just like brown skin. So when you look like a person, you resemble him. Just like that's why when I do Eddie Murphy, people are like, oh my God, it's Eddie Murphy. because facially I look like him. I can make myself literally look like the dude. So, but Will kind of punched me in the gut on that one. But now that I'm hearing all this stuff come out, maybe he was just said that because he was trying to get a little close to me. He wanted me at the house. Hey, it could have been a groom. I'm just saying, could have been a groom. Not say allegedly. Could have been a groom.
It could have been.
Could have been a groom.
What are your thoughts? The Tom Brady roast was, and we had Ian Carmel on last week. And he
Tom
wrote
Brady's roast. Yeah, Tom Brady took that one on the chin. It was great. It was a great roast. It was a great roast of Tom Brady. Is that how he sounds? Kind of sounds. Tom Brady kind of swallows his tongue and stuff. I thought it was great. I thought it was good. I feel like they should have talked about Kraft a little more.
You know what I mean?
You shut that
can't
down.
be walking. Just can't be getting hand jobs for $20. Sorry. Where's the dump? You're lacking, kid. You're lacking on that. Okay, word. All right. So but if I say hand and I take a pause and I say job, then I can say it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you can't get hand jobs in places. You can't do that. You can't do that, okay? You need to respect the Asian community, sir. You need to respect the Asian community. I've done a lot of respecting the Asian community. A lot of them. Shout out to St. Catherine Street in Montreal. How we doing, baby? If you know, you know. This was way before Jay Pharoah had it perform like this was Freak Pharoah back in the day. That was Freak Pharoah. Phreak. Freak Pharoah. He's not Freak Pharoah anymore. He's like Big Brother, cool, chill,
Mature.
Say it again?
Mature.
I love when I hear people say mature. I'm like, yo, son, like, okay, so how do you say nature? Do you say nature? Holy snap. See? Hey, see what I did? I stopped you from dumping.
Yeah. Wait. What did they leave on the table, do you think, in that Tom Brady roast? Where might you have hit him that they didn't go?
Where would I have?
Because they were pretty predictable, and that's the thing that I heard the most in terms of criticism on it. Was like, saw that coming.
What would I have said? I would have said, oh boy, Tom, I love you. Okay, I love you. He's never gonna see this. Tom, I love you. Okay, I would have said he looks like Superman with Down syndrome. I would have said that. He does. He looks like Clark Kent, but with with accessible parking. You know what I'm saying? Like with the blue sign on the back.
Yeah,
you feel me?
absolutely.
He gets in Walmart quick. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's a good one.
I would have talked. Everybody's like, he was so beautiful. I'm like, no, not really. No, he's he all right. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, we've seen better. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. I would have talked about that, but I think that everybody did a great job up there, and I wish I would have been a part of it. I think Nikki Glazer she killed it. You know, standing ovation. I think Kevin Hart did a great job keeping it going. I think the players that came up did good. I think Sam J was amazing.
Yeah.
And who else? I think Tom. God dang it. Woo!
Julian Edelman did, I thought, a pretty good job.
Yes.
The football player, yeah.
Yes. But Tom Segura and God dang, Bert Kreischer, they did great. I thought they was funny too. So, you know.
So I see that like you've done voice acting. Like I saw Robot Chicken, you did Barack Obama, you've done other things. So
check this out. I'm gonna mess you up here. You know what else? You know what else I've done? You know what I'm on right now? I'm a Family Guy.
Okay.
I'm a writer on Family Guy and I'm a consulting producer.
Oh wow! Like I see.
I'm actually on this, and I'm on The Simpsons too.
Yes.
I'm Dedrick Tatum on that, the Mike Tyson character.
Yeah.
I'm on Invincible. I'm Bulletproof up there, and a whole bunch of other characters. I mean, I could talk about the one that's got a lot of hot conflict right now, which is Good Times. I'm on that. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Now, listen, I'm the white folks. Y'all not going to get as mad as the black people did, okay? But listen, that is on Netflix. Yes, I've been on Robot, American Dad, all of those shows.
Yeah.
But I've been doing a lot of animation in the last few years. And it's like, yeah, it's a no-brainer. It's like, Jay Pharoah, why wouldn't you be doing cartoon? Like, I grew up watching the Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, and all that. So, you know, I'm a Nicktoon. Not a Nick kid.
Right.
So glad I didn't get up there, man.
Before I let you go, I had one of those moments where I was watching this show. My wife liked to show A Million Little Things, and I looked up, and there you are. And that was, I mean, you were funny, but that was not a comedic role.
Absolutely.
How did you get into that? And did you like playing more of a kind of a serious role?
You want to know the story behind that? It was crazy. I know DJ Nash. He hit me up before the show even came out, and he told me to audition for Romany Malco's part. So for the Big Brother.
Yeah.
But, you know, ultimately it did go to Romany, but it makes sense because he's older. But he told me, he said, you were good, man. He said, we're going to go older, but I'm going to write you a part in the show. And so he wrote that part specifically for me and Romney to play with each other. So it all works out.
Yeah.
You just got to, you know, and I understand if you're young coming up in the business, you know what I mean? You're like, I want to get it right now. I want to get this. I want to get this. I want to get the biggest role. But it's better to have personalities with the folks who make the decisions and not get in your feelings about roles that you don't get. Because later, you never know. If you keep those contacts, they will build something later for you. You feel me? I messed up early in my career. When I auditioned for a movie with a big director and I didn't get the part, but they called me personally and they were like, it was just so amazing. I couldn't give you the part because, you know, the person I had already cast wouldn't have been able to keep up. I was like, wow. But when I was young, I was like, man, I didn't get that part, man, forget this director. Yeah. So I didn't hit this person back. And when I saw them again, I'm not going to say who it is. I saw them again. They said, you should have called me. And then I was like, I know. And then I hit them up and then we started having a better rapport after that. But just never know. You always just know we are not on our timeline. We're not on our timeline, okay? Nothing. You can't control anything that's going on. Everything that's happening is already orchestrated. You're just a bit player in a story. So what you have to do is you just got to keep in there because eventually it's going to work out. That's all I'm trying to say, you know? Not to get too biblical on y'all ass.
No, I love it. I want to let you, since you're so generous with your time, Comedy Club on State, you got 2 shows, 2 tonight, 2 on Saturday. Give us a little, tell us what you performed last night. Tell us about the show. Tell us why we should be getting tickets for it.
The show was great, man. You literally get everything. You don't just get, I'm not just an impressionist, you feel me? And that's been pushed ubiquitously over the years, but I understand what I have to do to draw people in. So you get everything that's going on now. Pop culture references, stuff that happened to me when I was growing up, sprinkled in with impressions and things, and you just get one of the greatest shows you're ever going to see in your life, and I stand by that. You can even go to my Instagram and look at the review that somebody left. It was like, best show ever, no notes. bam. That's the best. As a comedian, you can't ask for anything else.
Well, and I'm glad you brought up the impression because I always feel bad because like you're really good at them, and I actually went back and watched a bunch because I'm like, well, he does them on all the interviews, so I guess you're game for them. But like I've seen your stand up, it's hilarious, and again, you've done, like I said, I saw you a million little things. You're very talented, more than just
versatile.
The
5'2" player.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But it's smart to lean into what brings people in, and then they can enjoy the show. Yeah. That's probably why that person's like, I went in expecting maybe all impersonations and was blown away about the complete show.
Yep.
And that's probably why I got that review.
And that's what I like to do. You always got to be like a lion. You have to be a lion, a tiger, and a panther, unpredictable. So put stuff out there. If somebody don't like it today, somebody gonna like it tomorrow, and they'll eventually all catch on to what you're doing. And it's not about now; it's about the full body of work. So anyway. Not to get philosophical, but, I got philosophical.
All right, Ryan said got enough flop sweat back there, so we'll let you go. Thank you, Jay. This is Rutledge and Hamilton.
Awesome to have you on, Jay.
Yes,
presented
sir.
by Coors Light.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and two-time 2024 National Curling Champion Matt Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starry on Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starry on Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience by going to starryonbank.com. Member FDIC.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Hunter Vaughn. The Wisconsin football team has wrapped up their spring practice, and head coach Luke Fickell is feeling confident about the team.
I really feel good about where we are. It was a very competitive spring. And I think we got a lot better in a lot of different ways. Solidified some stability, I think, in groups and units, and created some competitions that they're going to vote really well for us come the fall.
The Badgers officially kick off their season August 31st as they host Western Michigan.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com. Jeff Levering and wife Ashley love their patio door from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It's so bright, it's so clear. I can see the kids outside playing, and it makes it comfortable for the life we live.
I love the roll screen. The fact that the screen is on the inside and no drafts, it's a game changer.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. That's 5/31/2024.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday, and we will let you know where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes. To celebrate our love for dive bars, me and Matt are going to tell you about some of our favorites, featuring one extra special dive bar that will have $2 High Lifes on special for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin, like Villa Tap, Argus Bar and Grill, Dots Tavern, and Scotty Bar.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Hey, it's Hunter Vaughn. ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see teams making an impact in their community. Nominate your local team today at ESPNMadisonGameChangers.com.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. it'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join ESPN Madison in supporting the American Stroke Association's 2024 Cycle Nation event on Wednesday, May 22nd at the Sylvie. Cycle Nation isn't just a cycling event, it's a movement empowering healthy lifestyles while funding vital research to eradicate stroke and heart disease. Form a team and make a difference. Don't ride? No problem. Come out and cheer on the riders as they save lives with each push of the pedal. Visit cyclenation.org/Madison for more details and to donate. And don't forget to join Rutledge and Hamilton at the Sylvie on Wednesday, May 22nd. We'll see you there.
I've been here for about 3 years, been a team lead since 3 months. I love the company. It's a fun place to work. It always keeps you busy every single day. Right off the bat, I told them I wanted a career here. Sure enough, after 3 months, I got promoted. You just got to make sure that you have the ambition to get there. I can one day see my kid and say, hey, look, I built that trailer. My name is Gabriel, and I am incredibly proud to be part of Stoughton Trailers.
Stoughton Trailers, big trailers, big opportunity.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company is a Madison original, brewing award-winning craft beers for nearly 30 years. Whether you're a fan of Pilsners, IPAs, Stouts, or Sours, the Danes team of brewers always have something new on tap. Or if you're in the mood for a classic, enjoy the German Pilsner or Crop Circle Wheat. For a full tap list, head to one of their locations in Fitchburg, Hilldale, downtown, or East Madison, or visit GreatDanePub.com. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's original brew pub since 1994.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
When I see the connection, though I see, I don't stare. Though I see, I don't stare.
Well, Ryan Wollersheim done. Cooked for letting Jay Pharoah cook here on Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. We are live from the Everlight Solar Studio. I'll tell you what, Jay was outstanding. I don't think I've gotten more text on the personal talking text line than I had when Jay was on. He was a lot. Listen back, Wisconsin on the Man, Apple, Spotify, wherever it is you like to listen to podcasts.
The only place you can hear it in full is if you listen back. You wouldn't have been able to catch most of it.
Here's the way you could put it, that Ryan initially used the drop button so much that he just had to give up because you can only use it so many times and then it's just cooked.
Yep. I broke the dumb button.
And I was going to let Jay cook. So Jay was fantastic. Listen back, Wisconsin on the Man, Apple, Spotify, and those great places. He'll be on Comedy Club on State. And he'll be there for 2 shows tonight, 2 shows on Saturday. I mean, I don't know if I could recommend going to see someone more. And it's neat. I saw him on Saturday Night Live. Like, I saw him regularly, and then there he is. And a great guy. Told us some great stuff off the air, too. Always funny, always making us laugh. It was fantastic.
I can see that show going any direction on any given night. I feel like he plays off. I feel like he would play off of the crowd and go with this. He's going to go directly with whatever he's feeling at that moment. He mentioned offhand, I wanted to get him on air, but he was on such a roll, just talking about how much he was in the zone last night.
Yeah.
And how it was like one of those nights where everything just came together. I'm so interested in creative process and like delivery on something like that. It's not like sports. Like you in sports, you're controlling your own actions.
Yes.
You know, like you're flowing from the crowd maybe, but in that, like you are playing off of people. It's not like a concert. They're just coming to hear your tunes. You know?
Right, exactly.
Like you are interacting and you are eliciting responses.
Is it almost more like jazz than compared to like a rock band, right? Playing a
Bam.
set?
Yeah.
It's more like you're feeling the crowd, you're feeling the energy. But he's doing it. He's one-man jazz band.
Right.
That's what's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, and then he did a little, I don't know if we'll share that one. He did a great Giannis one, I thought, after.
he did?
a great, you missed it.
Oh, yeah.
Maddie has it on her phone. He did a Giannis impersonation. He also did a special Dave Chappelle one for us.
Is it
on
as
the way
good as
out.
Matt's?
Giannis, that's gonna pull it.
It is better. I will say it is definitely a
Couple
better.
levels? Couple levels.
A couple levels better. So we'll reset the show here at the top of the hour.
As best as you
but
can.
yeah, I mean, we obviously blew through the clocks there. But let me tell you about Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. 2 locations, Madison's Custom Jeweler. Whether it is you need something for Mother's Day, if Ryan needs to get something to apologize to Jesse Nelson or the FCC, he can pick up a gift there. Whatever it is you need to do, whatever that, push gift, anniversary, just because, or custom jewelry over at Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton, that's the place to go. And Scott and his team over there are fantastic. And Jim Rutledge, Adam Mertz with you. And again, the whole Jay Pharoah unedited interview will be on Wisconsin On Demand, Apple, Spotify, any of those great places. Yeah, Jay brought it. Prime, what was your favorite impersonation?
It wasn't even the impersonation. I think maybe it was right after he did Denzel, but he just started talking about his tongue. I still got a chubby tongue. So I think he went from Denzel into Rick Ross during that period.
Don't forget Biggie was in that mix as well.
Biggie, I mean, he did everyone. Like,
Yeah.
there's not an impersonation he can't do.
Right. No, it was pretty incredible.
The Denzel one, the way he just started like doing it in the conversation with you, being like, "Oh, so you like Denzel?"
Yeah.
He's like, they call me King Kong. I thought he was about to start going full Trading Day in the studio.
No, that was fantastic. Adam?
I liked Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
I like Jay-Z.
Really good.
Yeah.
He really brings it with the Jay-Z side of things. I thought the Denzel, that one was, it's just so good with the Denzel that he does. But
I love that we drew him out on Trump, too.
Yes, yeah.
He was not going to do that.
I didn't know he did that one. So.
That's the most like authentic sounding Trump impersonation I think I've ever heard.
And he does, if you see it, you can see the video of it, he does the hands. So, like, he does the whole thing with it. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. And then, we put him on the spot for a roast joke, and he gave us one. So
right,
yeah. So good for him on that one too. 844-770-3776 is how you get into the show. We'll talk about the Badgers football team and their overall brand, and then we'll also talk a little bit about we'll go back to your favorite video game with NCAA, the college football game coming out. And trying to see your favorite video games, sports one specific, over the last few years. This is Rutledge Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
Head on in to Fleet Farm to take your lawn and garden to the next level this spring. This week, get Miracle-Gro Garden Soil on sale for only $3.99. Pick up 3 pounds of Scott's Turf Builder Sun and Shade Grass Seed at the lowest price of the season, just $12.99. And stop by our garden center to shop over 100 different types of seed and plant varieties. Find everything you need for your everyday life at Fleet Farm.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by ESPN Madison as your new home for Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. It's a new season, new conference, new opponents, new radio home, but the same goal to win a national title. Listen to every match all season long, beginning this fall on 100.5 ESPN. You can also make sure to go listen back to Wisconsin On Demand for Jay Pharoah, who just got off with us on Rutledge and Hamilton. An incredible appearance from him with every impersonation under the sun. Make sure to go catch him at Comedy on State tonight and tomorrow night. 4 shows still available for him. Then the Milwaukee Brewers also getting started as they are also on the road this week. They got a 3-game road series against the Astros beginning tonight. They're on a 9-game road trek through Texas and then the East Coast, taking on the Miami Marlins and the Boston Red Sox. That game tonight starts at 7:10 p.m. down in Houston. Freddie Peralta slated to start for the Brew Crew. Brewers currently 2.5 games ahead of the Cubs atop the NL Central Division. Meanwhile, the Packers' NFL schedule came out on Wednesday. Head over to ESPNWisconsin.com for more takeaways, revenge games, and predictions from Packers beat reporter Rob Demoski.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
You got to chill.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton.
People like me.
That's some booty, Jim.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
Everyone is so mean to me.
I am Jim Rutledge.
You never go.
Stephen A. Rutledge.
Well, let me just say this. This has to be one of the worst years in sports ever.
Controversial.
I think mushrooms are. So I think that's a very polar reaction.
I've been doing Shaq for so long, I can tell you exactly what he's thinking right now.
All my friends are saying mean things. Everyone is calling Shaq dumb, but Shaq not dumb. Charles is the dumb one.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio. Alongside Adam Mertz of ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, here's Jim Rutledge.
Rutledge and Hamilton. Matt Hamilton, I don't know if he was listening or not, but he was on the group text. I feel like he's sad he missed out on that one. Jay Pharoah joined the show. You can listen back. Wisconsin on the Man, Apple, Spotify, and those great places. Jim Rutledge, Adam Mertz with you. Primetime Wollersheim behind the glass. Did you change your shirt? You know, I'll give Primetime this. He walked up to Jay and said, "Let me shake the hand of the person who got me fired." So
thank you.
That was a good line.
That's a great line.
Honestly, it was fantastic having him in. I'm glad if that was my last experience. I got to have it alongside Adam Mertz. First time I ever produced a show with Jay Pharoah. First time I ever produced a show with Adam Mertz on it. So it's a huge day for all of us, guys.
And it's the last of both for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it worked out really well.
First and last, guys.
I will say, you know what he does a good job at? Of, like, talking about stuff that's off color without being off color.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, he danced around a lot of stuff.
He did. He's impressive, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm going to go see him this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm going to try and get tickets tonight.
Yeah. My favorite part of that is that even that interview, which was amazing, that Ryan sweated through. That was Jay trying to be radio friendly. Was my favorite part. Yeah, so like that was the best part about it. But
I like his gap between words. I like that strategy.
Yes,
that was a good one.
I'm not going to do that one because I'm not Jay Pharoah. But again, you can listen back Wisconsin, Man, Apple, Spotify, and those great places. Let me tell you about Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. You can go out there, have yourself a wonderful date night. I'm sure they're opening up the back patio area. The front patio area will be open. Obviously, they have the Horseshoe Bar, the Sizzle, Swizzle, and Swirl Happy Hour. All those great things going on with our friend Lee over at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton.
Lovely.
It is. It's fantastic. I was over there a couple weeks ago for my birthday, and Lee and the whole crew over there is fantastic. And they treat everyone like that because other people are in town for they come in for their birthdays, anniversaries, and all get special treatment. So go over there. They'll make you feel like you're the most important person in the world. Let's talk about Scotty Scheffler.
What a day,
right? And I want to start with this. This is a bad day for golf in the idea that a police officer working the event in Georgia did not recognize the most famous golfer in the world right now, which screams red flag to me for golf. That, you know what I mean? Like, that police officer, like, if that's Tiger Woods or Phil Mickelson, the Q rating for golf, I think, as far as the actual golfers, to me, looks like it has fallen off dramatically because Scotty Scheffler looked like, to the police officer, any old random dude out there. And to me, that screams that the actual golf product, as far as featuring golfers, is starting to have kind of almost like a Major League Baseball problem. Because Major League Baseball players can disappear into the crowd too, and that's not what you want for a sport. So that was my first takeaway.
Interesting.
On the non-serious side of things. There's plenty of serious stuff, but honestly, I think there's something there of like how obscure is golf, or how niche is it now that people working the event couldn't figure out that, one, this was probably a golfer, but then two, this is the golfer in the PGA right now.
That's interesting, Jim. And it's true. I thought about that a little bit in a different way. I didn't articulate it that way in my brain because I think about where golf is at and who it appeals to. It's almost like the culture of it at this point. I think about how much Tiger changed that, where it was like the country club, and it was sort of more the aloof and the money and whatnot. And now it's almost, I feel like there's a lot of like bro culture.
Yes.
In golf.
Yes.
And it's I don't know if that's working for them or not, in terms of public appeal. I feel like it's magnified popularity in certain segments of society. And then, like you said, it's kind of walled off in other ways. And the fact, I didn't think about the actual face being recognizable. I know it was early morning.
Yeah.
I know it was like driving with windows up and all that kind of thing. And by the time that, from my understanding of the story, by the time that the police officer had a chance to see who it was, stuff had already happened.
Right.
So I don't think he even cared that much at that point.
He literally had to ask ESPN reporter Jeff Darlington who it was he just arrested. Yes. And if you look on our ESPN Madison YouTube video stream now, everyone's going to know Scotty Scheffler's name because they already have T-shirts at Valhalla Golf Club of his mugshot on it. Oh. And there's also Prison Mike from The Office, the old not Adam Sandler, the actor from The Office.
Michael Scott.
Are you talking about?
I'm trying to think of the actual. Steve Carell. Yeah.
But it's Scotty Scheffler's face superimposed over Steve Carell's face with the mugshot. I mean, he might become famous because of this. I mean, honestly, maybe it's good for golf. Like Jim was saying, this actually gets the word out there a little bit better.
What do we feel? I mean,
it's not a good sign, no.
But my point is, I don't think any of it was malicious. But let's be honest. Three of us are in prison still.
Oh, yeah.
We're not out.
True.
We're not golfing.
But we're also not pro golfers who had a pass to be in there. Now, given the way that the altercation occurred, that's the part that
okay, but
is
Adam and I have to go, when we cover teams, there's security around, there's certain areas that we have passes to go to, but we're still at the mercy of whether it's the police officer or the security team there. If they say no or they say stop, pass or not, we have to stop. And I know we're not famous, but it's just interesting to me that Scotty's getting a pass in the idea that, and I'm not saying he should not get some sort of pass, and I understand, but this just, the part that bothers me is the T-shirts and the whole thing. Scotty was wrong. I don't think anyone should have to go to prison or get, he should pay a fine, he should do community service. He was in the wrong. You don't get to drag a police officer, right? I mean, I don't care who you are, you don't get to do that. That's the part that it's not cute. I don't think Scotty's a bad guy. I don't think he should be put in jail. I don't think anything really bad should happen to him. But I don't think we should make damn shirts about it.
Well, I think like Adam was saying, it is kind of that bro culture a little bit. It's more for the meme. It's more for have fun on Twitter nowadays.
I get it, but I just think that everyone's telling me Scotty's a great guy and all this sort of stuff. Now, are these sold at the clubhouse or on the side?
No, I think people are making these and then going.
That's bootleg.
That's good. That's just
If they were able to turn that out at the golf club, at the pro shop,
crazy.
that would be an incredible level of industriousness. Well,
and they're not going to put official stamp of approval on that. But anyway, that's bootleg. That's bootleg.
Yeah.
But so wait, this is now you had your first reaction. I think that's a great one. Mine was what frame of mind are you in when it's 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he needs to get there. I know he's got a routine and everything, but it's not like he was going to miss his tee time.
Right.
So he made a decision.
He did.
That he was just going to, bum rush a show. And he didn't figure it out in a way where he could have walked up and approached someone and explained who it was. He was just like, nope.
Just park your car. If anyone else.
Park your car, get out.
I think of, and again, we're not famous here, but I think of the AmFam Championship. And we have parking passes and we get to go up the same way the players get to go. And I'll, you kind of pull up and you slow down and the police officer will look at your parking pass and then you'll slow down enough and you'll move forward. I've been covering teams and there's certain times you get to a different parking lot, whether it's adjacent to players or whatever. Same thing.
Yep.
You slow down and I understand it. They can be flexing their power, whether it's secure, more when it's
Absolutely.
Security, it's okay, you're a security guard. But at the same time, you still have to listen to them, even if it does irk you. To being a decent person, So that's my point. Is like Scotty erred here. I don't think there should be any sort of PGA punishment or anything. He should have to pay fines and apologize. And look, if that police officer is injured, like, sorry, Scotty, you're gonna have to pay for that. But like, I just like the free pass on it. Now he did shoot a 66 today, and it was a hell of a morning. It's just interesting that we're all just like, well, I guess it's just fun now.
Is he on the course if it's not a major?
It's a great point. Because the owner of the course went and got him out of prison.
Is that really what happened?
Wow.
Yeah. I did not see that.
He's like, I'm not going to miss Scheffler being on the course today.
I mean, that's huge for Valhalla Golf Club. Like, the PGA Championship probably comes around once every 10, 20 years for them. I mean, so it's obviously a terrible look for them, too. They want to try and smooth it over as much as possible.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Jim brings up great points about that this isn't something that people should be able to just get away with. And I don't think he's going to.
And again, I don't need major consequences. I just don't think it's borderline celebrate it for a little bit, and that's the part that bothers me. If it's more of like, my bad, this is I should feel some shame. I was an ass, and I'm appreciative of the ability to come out here and golf and contrite about it. Okay, totally fine.
I think he may be behaving that way, though. I think fans are acting
and I'm not mad at
differently.
Scotty for it. I mean, again, I've been there. I know that you could get annoyed, but the way that it's being covered of some sort of like, oh, what kind of heck of a story? Wouldn't it be great if he wins the whole thing?
Yeah.
I'm not rooting for him because of it, I guess is my point.
He is tied for third now.
I did. He had a heck of a round. It's impressive, but like, he did it to himself. This didn't happen to him. He did it to himself. I guess that's my point.
And you know what? I have not been able to be on social today. I was consumed by the day job.
Yeah.
What is the PGA taking heat for this?
I haven't.
I mean,
this
is a decision on their part also for a guy who got charged with could be. Has he been officially charged with a felony yet?
He has been charged with the second degree and third degree assault of a police officer, second degree assault of a police officer, third degree criminal mischief, reckless driving, and disregarding traffic signals from an officer distracting traffic. And I will say,
and I think that's the charge that should stick with him.
Yes. And I will say, this photo that I got of the two fans at the tournament wearing the mugshots on the bootleg T-shirts, that was tweeted out from the PGA Twitter account.
Ooh.
So they're also leaning into this as well.
That's interesting. I just shouldn't be celebrated. I don't have a problem. I don't think there should be sort of massive consequences for it. But the celebrating of it, like he still was, and golf is a gentleman's game. He was not a gentleman. Like they call it a gentleman's game. You're playing in a private club. Like that's not a gentlemanly act. That's all. Like you didn't treat that officer and you didn't treat the people around it with the respect they deserved. Right. I mean, at bare minimum, that's what happened. That's why he should get some minor violations and he should pay the fine. And if he's the great guy everyone says he is, then he should make some sort of charitable donation to something over there too.
I just always try to, when situations like this happen, do the hypothetical about what if it were this person who is in that spot. And I'm not talking about ordinary Joe. I'm talking about someone from another professional player, and what would have been the outcome of that, and what would have been the reaction to the behavior.
Right, but like let's say the same thing. Let's say it's a lower level golfer.
Yeah.
Are they just in jail? They missed the tournament?
If it's somebody on the fringe of making the cut?
Yeah, like they're playing in a tournament, they're in it, but they don't have the...
It would be a small news update on the ESPN app.
But are they still in jail?
There's a good chance. I mean,
they don't make their tee time.
The owner of the club wasn't going out to get him in that case.
Yeah, like a fringe bottom tier golfer in this tournament.
And I do need to correct one thing. I said that the photo of the two guys wearing the mugshot T-shirts was from the PGA Tour account.
Yep.
It's not from the PGA Tour account. It's from the PGA TUOR account.
Oh, okay.
It's a mock account, actually. So I don't want to bury the PGA.
And it's not AI generated, right? This is the real deal?
I promise it's a real deal. They actually have a blue check mark, this account. So that's how it almost
well, they can pay for it.
I know.
Why. Yeah,
that's why it's
the
confusing
thing.
now.
Thanks, Elon. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday, and we will let you know where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes. To celebrate our love for dive bars, me and Matt are going to tell you about some of our favorites, featuring one extra special dive bar that will have $2 high lifes on special for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin like Villa Tap, Argus Bar and Grill, Dots Tavern, and Scotty Bar.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance. And you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote. Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
This update is sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you.
During every Brewers home game, fans will have the chance to win the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma, courtesy of your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. Visit brewers.com/Toyota to enter.
Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls here from ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Bruston Nortman, and I gotta tell you about my favorite way to watch games, and that is with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. A pick'em fantasy game where you win real money. It's easy to find in your app store and even easier to use. Here's how it works. Pick between 2 to 5 players from at least 2 different teams, then select higher or lower on those player stats, and if your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. Yeah, it is that easy, especially with the hoop season in high gear. You know I'm watching every game with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. So right now, go to their easy-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com to sign up using promo code KBN, and Underdog will give you a mystery special pick to use on your first pick of entry and a deposit offer. That's Underdog Fantasy and promo code KBN to claim your new customer special of a mystery player pick and your deposit offer. Must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Join ESPN Madison in supporting the American Stroke Association's 2024 Cycle Nation event on Wednesday, May 22nd at the Sylvie. Cycle Nation isn't just a cycling event, it's a movement empowering healthy lifestyles while funding vital research to eradicate stroke and heart disease. Form a team and make a difference. Don't ride? No problem. Come out and cheer on the riders as they save lives with each push of the pedal. Visit cyclenation.org/Madison for more details and to donate. And don't forget to join Rutledge and Hamilton at the Sylvie on Wednesday, May 22nd. We'll see you there.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Carbon World Health.
You know, today's Fish Friday. Maybe we should have made it Willie Nelson Friday.
Yeah.
But it is Fish Friday, and, we have a little double entendre here. Adam Mertz, Jim Rutledge with you, live from the Everlight Solar Studio. Primetime Laura Shine behind the glass. Willie Nelson performing at, Bree Stevens over here?
Correct. Bree Stevens Field, 4:30 to 10 tonight, actually. Willie Nelson and friends, we should clarify. It's not just Willie for 5.5 hours.
Well, and Adam was telling me, and I think I'd heard this before, that Willie performs a handful of songs as far as and I was trying to see who was performing with him. It does explain why it was such a pain in the ass to park.
Yeah.
Just I went to their parking garage, and I'm like, why is this so hard? And then I looked over at the Sylvie, and I'm like, Raven's blood or something like that. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like I like because the crowd did not look like a Raven's blood crowd. And I'm like some of the people getting out of cars. I'm like, okay, like I feel like if you're going to see Raven's blood, it's probably like my age and younger. And then I was like, some olds coming. I'm like, what is Raven's blood? I don't even know if it's the actual name, but it was something similar to that. And maybe it was Raven's blood. But then you reminded me that Willie Nelson is in town and performing, which also explains why it was such an early. Ryan Larkins performs with him because it says here Fabrice Stevens and the BMO Pavilion. It's Willie Nelson with Ryan Larkins. So I don't know if that's a local musician because other places it's Brooke Lee, and other times the Mavericks, and another time, wow, in Georgia it's Bob Dylan, Robert Plant, Allison Krauss.
Okay.
Now, if you're going to go see the show,
lineup.
Well, Plant
that
and
is
Krauss
the show.
are coming later this summer to Breeze.
Who is?
Robert Plant.
Oh,
and
is he?
Nelson
Okay,
Krauss,
wow.
Yeah, they got a good lineup there this summer.
If you go to willienelson.com, though, there's a limited drop, a 420 baseball jersey. It says Willie 420 on the front and then Nelson 420 on the back. And
I think I got to go now.
There's also, I like this. We're trying to get some. We're going to get Rutledge and Hamilton for President merch. We get some stickers.
Oh, we're
and
getting
stuff.
merch?
Well, I see
stickers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stickers would be fun.
Yeah, like I see Willie Nelson's got Willie for President. I think we should do some Rutledge.
That
and
would be very
Our
easy to
colors
make.
work. Our name works. So I think we got to get something rolling there. Rutledge and Hamilton for President because the election's going to be miserable. So let's try to have some fun with it, and we'll run. We're running for presidents of sports. Actually, Adam, on this note, we threw out the idea. One of the platforms was the other day we saw that the Wisconsin Herd is no longer playing. Where is it? Oshkosh?
Yeah, they apparently are in like a contract dispute with the stadium in Oshkosh, and
Well,
they
the way I
might
read it is
actually
that
move.
they hate the owners of the. They said they refuse to play there because of the owners at the Oshkosh Arena. So it's more than a contract. So the contract dispute is we don't want to play here anymore. Let's break our contract. So they don't want to deal with the owner of whatever the arena is in Oshkosh that they play in. And so I said, like, I feel like Madison would do well. Like, I think they couldn't do worse than Oshkosh.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at what the Mallards have done, what Forward Madison has done with soccer downtown, and sort of this revitalized downtown. It's become more than a college town in the past 20, 25 years.
Absolutely, yes. And if you looked at, like, I know I saw the Harlem Globetrotters play at the Alliant Energy Center, the smaller arena, not the big pavilion. Like, you're telling me they can't play there?
I believe there's like the semi-pro Madison Mavericks as well. I don't know where I think they play at Madison College.
Is that Roy Boone's team?
It is, yes.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, the Herd could play at Madison College. That's a nice court. A nice, not course. A nice court.
That's a really nice court.
I played there.
Oh.
Yes, we played there 3 times now as part of the Easter Seal Celebrity Game. That's where we play.
Cool.
Yes. So.
Yeah, and you're still walking, so you must have survived that.
Yeah, I did survive it.
Last time Jim was out playing hoop, he almost didn't make it in.
I had to take a few weeks off. I have basically something called like mallet finger from. I went to go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That recent or is that just lifetime?
No, this is like 5 years ago. I was playing first base.
Yeah.
And a ball came in, and I covered it up too quickly. Just took a jam job in softball.
Yeah.
And popped that thing pretty good.
Yeah, so I didn't want my finger to look like yours, so I...
This is with treatment, man.
So I put it... Well, luckily, I think I'm going to do better than that. Maybe it wasn't as bad, because I put it in the splint for a little bit, and now it's still got a little bit of a crook to it, but it's healing better. But before, I was like crooked and a little bit to the left, so then I was like, all right, I got to straighten it. Like, I don't want to have a messed up finger, but it was just... I tipped about, couldn't get the rebound, tipped it. Didn't even hurt that bad. I played the entire game. And then, like, it happened early, and then later, I'm like, my hand hurts. And the funny part was when it happened, I didn't miss a shot. I was like, it somehow must have like forced me to shoot it just a little.
Corrected your form.
Yeah, just a little. But it was more of like earlier, I was like long a little bit, and something because it would like pinch like right at the end of it, and it would like force me to shorten the follow through just enough that I was hitting like it would just go straight through. Like it was like one of like burning the net sort of shot. So it was. So then I went and tried to play the following Thursday, and it was a disaster. Like I was like, that was just a one-off. My hand, like I cannot play like this. My hand is a disaster. Like I can't feel the ball properly. An abject wreck. So then I took off this week of basketball. I'm hoping next Thursday because the guys I play with, they play Thursday and Friday early in the morning. So I'm hoping to be back for that. Because that's a lot more fun than I went for a run today, and it's just not as much fun. So,
no, it's not.
No, so I like to play like basketball there. But yes, the mallet finger is a real pain in the butt. I'll tell you that right now. No, you're all worried now.
I'm on my P's and Q's now. I mean, I got to try and make up for things, Jim. I won a job on Monday. Jesse Nelson's gone, and all of a sudden, the whole place is burning down.
He was just lining it up.
Drew in Madison chimes in. Speaking of moving teams, I firmly believe the Milwaukee Admirals would do better in Madison. I don't know how they do in Milwaukee. I don't think they do bad, but maybe I'm wrong.
I thought they did
No, I
pretty
think they
well.
do really well.
Yeah.
John Greenberg, former Brewers PR man, fellow St. Francis native.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. So, and
let's go.
What's his role with the team?
He's is he general manager?
Okay, I knew it was up there.
Yeah.
844-770-3776. Should the Herd come to Madison? Should we pull that out as a poll question here?
A poll question?
Yeah. Should the Wisconsin Herd? And that's an ESPN Madison. Like that is a Madison. All right, Wisconsin Herd. Should the Wisconsin Herd come to Madison?
Do we think the Milwaukee Bucks would be slightly upset with that poll question at all?
Why?
I don't know. I guess it is probably helping them.
We're saying that we want them.
Right.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So I guess I'm saying
leverage for the Herd.
If you want to put it in a positive spin, say like Jim Rutledge wants the Herd to come to Madison, do you agree? Are you with him? Like if you want to spin it, yeah. So like I think it would be good. So that's what we're trying to ask. I'm trying to ask it in a positive way. 844-770-3776. And then Willie Nelson being at Bree Stevens, who's like a bucket list performer that you'd like to see. 844-770-3776. I would really love to see, and I'm sad I haven't done it yet, but I'd love to see Pearl Jam perform. I haven't seen them. And I know enough of their songs that I do really want to go see them.
Incredible show.
Yeah, and now it's in this weird spot. Like, my wife's not a huge Pearl Jam fan, and my oldest likes Pearl Jam, and now she's probably just old enough where, like, I could go with her instead of my wife.
Nice.
Because there's nothing where, like, the tickets are expensive enough for this stuff. It's like, if you're not a fan, then it's like, well, it's one thing. Like, I've gotten free tickets to concerts that last year, everyone else is probably jealous of the tickets. Like, I got Luke Bryan and Morgan Wallen. I don't really care for either one of them.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, it's still a live music show.
Yeah,
I don't pay for it.
It's an
I'll
event.
go. Yeah, I'll go. And so, yeah, it was an event, the one in Brooklyn, the whole farm thing. And so it was still worthwhile and fun to go for the experience of it. But I wouldn't have paid for it because I'm not a fan and it's expensive enough. So there's a couple like that. Because like last year I wanted to see Bleachers at Summerfest. But they were late. My youngest likes the Bleachers, one, because Jack Antonoff produces all of Taylor Swift's albums. So, like, that's how I got her into him. But she likes the sound. But it was like 10 o'clock in Milwaukee at Summerfest grounds. I was like, probably not worth it.
A lot.
Yeah. So we didn't do it. But that's Pearl Jam is definitely on my list.
So I've seen them 3 times.
Nice.
Including the initial show in 95, summer of 95 in Milwaukee at Summerfest.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow.
Their back-to-back that they had when they were in the Ticketmaster fight, and it was off and it was on. It was kind of crazy. If you're old enough, you remember this.
I remember that, yeah.
I'm going to see them at Fenway in September.
Really? Okay,
it's the day after the Alabama game here.
Oh, wow. That's a fun one. I wanted to go see them when they were at Wrigley.
Yeah.
And it didn't work
that
out.
Would be perfect.
I know.
I mean, for many reasons.
I know, and I have the album, but I don't, like, I didn't get a chance to go for that. Prime, do you have a bucket list?
I don't really have a bucket list of musical artists, but speaking of Jay Pharoah, Jay Pharoah and stand-up comedians, I need to see Dave Chappelle before he stops performing. I mean, he's still relatively young, so I feel like I have a lot of time.
Yep.
But he's the number one guy. I think he's the greatest living stand-up comedian.
I've seen him 3 times. So I saw him speaking at Summerfest once at Summerfest. Yeah. Like, Summerfest is a sneaky good place to see
for
people
comedy.
but also like artists on the rise. Like even Pearl Jam, like you can catch the right. But I saw there was the stage doesn't exist anymore. It was like a comedy sports stage, I believe. And comedy sports is like an ad lib sort of thing they did in Milwaukee. I don't know if the bar still exists, but it was kind of a fun.
That's still open.
Yeah. Ryan, if you go to Milwaukee, go to comedy sports. It's a good time.
Sports.
Yeah, it's a good time. So, but anyways, they had a stage and Chappelle was performing on that. The stage was almost like, and they kind of remodeled it all, but like it would be where they have they have the. Not the new stage they built, but they built kind of a new stage over there, and it's kind of they used to have like rides and everything, and like his stage was
like
near
back
the rides
by the lake.
Yes,
over toward the lake more. Yeah.
So and I back by the rides because I remember there was a joke and he made a few different ones. Like, man, I'm thirsty. Someone brought him a beer, and he's like, wow, you guys in Wisconsin are so nice. All right, give me a helicopter and a bag of weed, and like so like, and he was doing a lot of stuff that was like ad lib, and he was great at that. Then I saw him in Oshkosh. I believe it was Oshkosh. It was one of the he went to a college campus. I can't remember which.
What year?
It would have been probably 99, 2000 window, because I was still. It was before I moved to Florida, and I maybe 2001. Like shortly, I was in my early 20s. Early 20s. So it would have been right in that window. And he played. Gosh, I can't, because I was going to school at La Crosse, and the girlfriend at the time got me tickets. So I don't know if he was at La Crosse, or I feel like we had to drive a little bit. Maybe it was but it was one of the colleges, and he was really good there. And then I saw him down in Florida. So I've seen him 3 times, and that was fantastic, and I would highly recommend it. But also, like, I've seen Dave Matthews once or twice. I'm not even huge into his music, but I was like, the girl I was seeing wanted to go, and I was like, well, I hear it's a great show. Yeah. And you know what? The crowd was so welcoming, and it was such a fun time that I was like, you know what?
You're on board.
I'm in.
Yeah,
that was a fun one. And I would say the Luke Bryan concert was the same like that. They ended up being super nice. The Morgan Wallen, I was in a suite, so it was like we got to hang with people, like Tasha and everyone was there. So it was fun to like talk with them. But like I joked to my wife, like, I don't even think I heard any of the songs. So you don't hear them that well, and you're just talking to people, networking. Again, I didn't care because I was like, whatever, but it was one of those things where a lot of times you go to like famous musicians or famous shows, the crowd's so welcoming, it makes it fun too.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the beauty of that, is sort of the whole experience around something.
Yeah.
And the flip side, there's like, it can be one of two ways, I feel like. When you go somewhere when you don't know the band very well, and when people are fixated on it, then you feel like you're a stranger in a strange land. And you feel sort of out of place, and like, I don't deserve to be here, imposter syndrome type stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and like pretend to lip sync the lyrics. I don't know any of them, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that was tough. I've gone to so many concerts that Hamilton hooked me up with one down at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. Yeah, and it was great, and I was like, I'm in. And I think he knew the guy that owned it, and they were like, here, 3 different shows you could pick from when we were in town.
Yeah.
My wife and I, and my parents were in town, but they would watch the girls so we could go. One of them was like a heavy metal show. I'm like, that's not happening. So then it was like a Christmas show, and I was like, lukewarm on. I didn't know any of the performers. But then I learned, like, after the fact, they were kind of bigger performers. So it was Phil Vassar, who's been like, he's performed, like, he plays on the piano, kind of country sort of thing. Chris Young, who was like a big country singer for a little bit there, had a moment. And then it was some sort of super group with one of the singers from Alabama, a lead singer from Lone Star, and a lead singer from some other band. And then some other guy I never heard of, who basically wrote all the songs for Rascal Flatts, but he was a singer-songwriter, but not like Rascal Flatts to perform them. But even then, I didn't know any of the songs. So like everyone else is singing them, and I'm like, and I liked them, but I was still like an imposter because I'm like, I don't know any of these songs. But it still was so great. I was soaking it in because it was like the Ryman and like the whole experience of it. Yeah. And it was actually a little bit cooler because it was not that full. It was full, but not crazy full, so you could really kind of breathe in the whole thing. And we had done the tour early in the day, so that was fun as well. Let me tell you about J&K Security Solutions, a locally owned family-run business that's been a part of the Madison community for nearly 40 years. Jeffrey and the whole team at J&K care about making sure your home and business are safe and secure, with services ranging from commercial fire detection to commercial security and surveillance. They are dedicated to keeping your business safe, and home services include security and home automation using Control4. Keep your home and business up to date with our friends at J&K Security Solutions. We're going to go pole dancing next. Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Need more of Judgmental Jim? Subscribe to the Rutledge and Hamilton podcast, presented by Revive Restoration, wherever you get your podcasts.
April showers bring May savings at Metro Ford of Madison. Get into a 2023 Ford F-150 at just 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, $16.09 per thousand borrowed. Or you can experience the desirable 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Big End with this great lease offer of only $299 per month with 10% down. Also, get your current vehicle ready for summer with Metro Ford's Spring Maintenance Special, just $399.95. Hurry in to Metro Ford of Madison today.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Hi, I'm Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock with Retirement Income Strategies. And what sets us apart is we're an independent, family-run office. We help clients like you understand the financial world and build a portfolio that's in your best interest. To learn more, go to MadisonMoneyGuy.com.
This is going to be a summer like no other at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. We're giving away over $300,000 in cash and prizes in just 3 months in our Golden Summer Series. There's so much happening May through July. We're talking rollover jackpots, promo kiosk rewards, hot seat drawing, pick a prize, hot ticket drawings, and more. It all adds up to over $300,000 in cash and prizes, including grand prizes of $5,000, $10,000, and the chance for something even bigger. The Golden Summer Series means more ways to win at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Transform your home with Ridgetop Exteriors. With over 22 years of service excellence, we specialize in roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutters. Visit us today at ridgetopexteriors.com. That's ridgetopexteriors.com. Find your trusted, local, affordable partner here at Ridgetop Exteriors.
The second annual ESPN Madison Open, presented by Coors Light, is coming soon, and you can swing into the fun. Molly Brown here. Join us on Monday, August 5th at Bishops Bay Country Club and help raise money for the Miracle League of Dane County. Purchase a whole sponsorship, and you'll help provide adaptive equipment, uniforms, and a safe, inclusive environment where every child can thrive. Interested? Email ESPN Madison Sales at goodkarmabrands.com. Sponsor a hole, donate, and make dreams come true with the Miracle League of Dane County, because every child deserves the chance to play ball.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because they never charge over the MSRP.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
For all the people to see. That justice is the one thing you should always find. You gotta saddle up your boys, you gotta draw a hard line. When the gun smoke settles, we'll sing a victory tune, and we'll all meet back at the local saloon. We'll raise up our glasses.
Little Coors Light for my horses from Willie Nelson here. Normally it's Fish Friday, but we'll allow it since Willie Nelson's playing like 100 feet away from us here at the Spark Building. This is Rutledge and Hamilton. Jim Rutledge, Adam Mertz with you. We are presented by Coors Light. And let's jump into some pole dancing.
We asked and you answered.
What?
Coming to the stage, it's pole dancing on Rutledge and Hamilton.
Hey now.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Yeah, guys, this may be my last show producing Rutledge and Hamilton, but it is Adam Mertz's first time going pole dancing on a Fish Friday. So, Adam, this is where we go through the polls from around ESPN Wisconsin this week. We take a look at the results. We chime in with our own thoughts. And, guys, I got to get started with the most topical poll I think I've seen of the day. So Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, they were the ones reacting in real time to the Scotty Scheffler run-in with the police, literal run-in with the police officer at Valhalla Golf Course this morning. So their very good producer, Josh DiMaggio, asked, will Green Bay get a Super Bowl before Valhalla Golf Club gets another major? 56% of fans responded with yes, Super Bowl in Green Bay. 44% said no, Valhalla still wins. Mertzy, what do you think? You think there's more likely that Green Bay gets Super Bowl or we get another major at Valhalla Golf Club?
I wouldn't have thought that Green Bay would have ever gotten an NFL draft, and I think people ought to be pretty elated about that. A Super Bowl is a pipe dream, so it's not happening. Valhalla for the win.
Jim?
Super Bowl.
You don't think Valhalla's ever getting another major?
No. I think Super Bowl. I think.
Think they'll build a roof first?
They're never playing a Super Bowl in Green Bay,
and they're never going back. That's the point.
So it's a tie.
Just never.
So it's a tie.
Yeah, it's a tie. It's just never happening.
It's a rhetorical question.
It's
indeed.
honestly like one of those things, like when hell freezes over.
Yeah.
When Green Bay gets a Super Bowl, or when Valhalla gets another major.
Speaking of bands, I saw the Eagles' Hell Freezes Over tour.
Oh,
the reunion
yeah.
tour in '94.
I always think of it. I like the Eagles, but I always think of Big Lebowski.
Yeah. CCR man.
Yeah.
Adam Mertz just flexing all over us with his musical taste today. But all right, talk about flexing. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy also wanted to know 2 days ago, how often do you purchase things online? Once a day, a few times a week, once a week, or almost never? 43% responded saying once a week, 38% said a few times a week, only 3% said once a day, 16% said almost never. Jim, where do you fall on this spectrum?
Prime, I lost my train of thought. What's the name of the basketball team?
The Madison Mavericks? Or the Herd?
The Herd.
Yeah, what Herd?
The Wisconsin Herd.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say Madison Herd?
Milwaukee Herd.
I
was
was
wondering
thinking
where you was
Bucks.
going with this.
My head was on Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Wisconsin, they have to be the Wisconsin Herd now. They have no home.
All right, we got to fix that. But
Well,
anyways,
we post the poll.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Throw it out there again, though.
All right. How often do you purchase things online, Jim? Once a day, a few times a week, once a week, or almost never?
A few times a week. I don't love purchasing things online. Sometimes it's just, I do like to really try to see it, and I want to like know what it is. But if it's something that I know, especially like, I want to repeat. But I got this Costco membership now. I like to just kind of go with the old school, like go to Costco and dink around for a little bit and see what deals are going on. So it's, almost what's old is new. My wife loves to get everything delivered. I don't mind going to a store because, like I said, I got something delivered from Amazon and like fine print. It didn't come with something that I needed for it, and I was like, well, I'm not buying another thing. I got to deal with returning it, and you got to go to the UPS store and all that stuff.
Right.
So it can get a bit. I like going to like the Nike outlet and seeing if they got some cool dunks or cool Nike shoes you can try on. And there's something about the ether of like shopping in person for certain things. But there are plenty of non-interesting things I'll buy online because I don't really care about it. Yeah.
I'm just getting a kick. I'm picturing you like the old days. The old guys would go to the hardware store and just like walk the aisles and look at stuff. And that's you at Costco now.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly me. Yeah.
So I kind of go in spurts. I feel like in the online shopping, I don't typically, but then you like buy one thing and it's semi-addictive. Like, oh, I just push the button and it's done and it's coming. And not even just Amazon, but anything else. I bought some gear last night for my. Or the other night for my daughter's boyfriend.
Oh boy!
Breaking news!
Oh,
breaking
boy.
news!
Dump
Breaking
Dump it.
news! Yeah, where are you when I need you, Prime?
Come on, Mertz. You know I'm not paying attention back here. I'm spelling Milwaukee Herd. All right, guys, let's get into the next question. Get a little more back on the sports track here. Kyle Bruss and Norman asked yesterday while they were live from IKEA in Oak Creek, how many wins do you think the Packers will have in 2024? 12 plus, 11, 10, 9 or less. 20% of fans said 12 plus, 44% of fans said 11, 27% said 10, 9% said 9 or less. Now, Mertz, we went through this exercise ourselves when the schedule came out on Wednesday. But what do you think? Do you think they get 12 plus, 11, 10, 9 or less wins?
I was listening. This was a hot topic on KBN today when I was driving in, just chatting through it. And I was surprised that everyone is being so aggressive. To me, that's a team that like really showed a lot last year, but there were a couple games that could have easily gone the other way. Circumstances worked out pretty nicely in that Rams game. QB out. I'm in the 10. I'm in the 10 camp, and I think that I'd be really satisfied with that.
Yeah, well, I already know what Jim's response is because we also finished at 10.
Yes, 10 is the number, man. Absolutely. Yeah.
Their over-under is 9.5 wins at ESPN Bet. It seems that's the reasonable take.
Absolutely. I totally agree, yeah.
And they're going to win 10 games, and then they're going to win the Super Bowl, obviously. So,
we had them win 10 games. They win in their last 4, so they could come in hot.
Yeah, that's all it takes. That's kind of what they did last year. All right, well, speaking of which, there was another poll question following Adam Schefter's comments on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on Wednesday morning. If you were Jordan Love and you didn't have a contract by training camp, would you step on the field? 79% said yes, I'm under contract. 21% of respondents said no, holding out for the money. Jim, what would you say? If you didn't have a contract from the Packers before the start of this regular season, you're Jordan Love, you holding out, or you're participating in training camp?
You got to participate. I don't think he has that kind of leverage. One, he's never gotten a payday, and two, I don't think he's earned up enough goodwill that I think people could easily flip. Because also he had 8 good games. If he just comes out, what happens if he holds out and then sputters? People are going to lose their minds. And I don't think that's out of the question for him to have an up and down, maybe not the severe, but
he lays an egg in Brazil.
Yeah.
And then bad game against the Colts, so it could unravel quick.
Yeah. And then the people won't be behind him like they were last year.
True. Adam?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think that he's got to be on the field, but that changes my calculus if I'm him on where I'm playing after that. I mean, that's done.
Mm-hmm.
That's done here if the deal's not done before the start of the season. Now you're just playing for the open market.
Yeah. Gosh. I hope it does not come to that. But, guys, we were talking about the Milwaukee Herd possibly moving to Madison because we know they're not moving to Green Bay. Green Bay's already got a basketball team coached by the great Doug Gottlieb of Fox Sports. Yeah. Now, this was the biggest, probably Wisconsin sports news of the week, actually. And Jay, Gabe, and Chewy asked yesterday morning, which job do you think is Doug Gottlieb's quote-unquote side hustle? UWGB head coach or radio host? Because we know that Doug Gottlieb is still going to maintain his 2 to 5 p.m. Central Time radio show while coaching the Green Bay Phoenix men's basketball team. Adam, what do you think? Do you think his side hustle is being a head coach for the Green Bay Phoenix or being a radio host?
Yeah, I'm with the Green Bay is the side hustle on that. That's a job that you need 150% commitment to if you're going to do it right.
Take that for data.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
it's insane to lock yourself into a schedule too. It's not like he's working 3 flex hours during the day, 2 to 5.
I'll say this, that his side hustle should be the radio, but I think his side hustle is coaching the team. Like, in his heart, because I'm sorry, if you were truly interested in coaching a team you've never coached before and you've never recruited before and you've never done any of this, well, then you should be not doing a radio show.
Well, look, guys, I think we both know that he's going to do well in the NIL era. Just throw it on the tab if you're Doug Gottlieb, am I right?
Absolutely.
Take it from working, transferring money between teammates. All right, but Kyle, Brust, and Norman, final question I'll ask
Credit
them.
card fraud reference there. I like it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So on Monday, they asked, are the Packers more likely to make the Super Bowl or miss the playoffs? 61% of fans said make the Super Bowl. 39% said miss the playoffs. Jim, where do you fall?
Miss the Super Bowl?
Miss the Super Bowl?
What you
miss
ask?
The playoffs.
Miss the playoffs? I thought you said win the Super Bowl or miss the playoffs. Miss the playoffs.
Miss the playoffs?
Yeah. I think the Super Bowl is... teams this young just don't do it. And Goody trying to say we're going to probably be the youngest team again to go to the Super Bowl, I don't like it. I don't like that mentality that we're smarter than everyone else. I think the team is good, but I think Philadelphia will bounce back. I think 49ers have another run in them. I think there's other teams. Look, as much as you like to dunk on Kirk Cousins, Atlanta has a really good defense, and if Kirk Cousins is healthy, they could be a team up right there. I don't know. Detroit. And so there are some legitimate teams, and I don't think Jordan Love is going to take the step to Aaron Rodgers level play. I think he's going to be in that, and I don't want to get Matt Hamilton all worked up, that Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff range where they're good, but they're not the top, like the platinum. We've done this before.
Some booty, Jim.
There's a few platinum players, and I think Jordan Love's a gold player. And a platinum player makes you feel like you're definitely getting the Super Bowl. A gold player, it just seems less likely.
Mertz, what do you think?
Man, I would love to say make the Super Bowl, but I'm in the same camp in terms of I feel like if you were asking this question next year at this time, I would want to be able to say make the Super Bowl. I feel like this team needs another year to develop for the reasons that you mentioned, playing together, new DC, everything that needs to come together inside a franchise. And then you're talking about the competition. I looked at the schedule, and I still like the idea of 10 wins, but it's going to be 10 hard-fought wins this year.
It will be. I mean, there's a lot of coin flip games, and I just think that this team will be better than they were last year, but I don't know if that means the record or Jordan Love's stats will be dramatically better than they were last year. Like, what happens if they just outperformed a little bit what they were last year, and this year they're a better team, but they perform at their normal level, which then puts them as a 10-win team.
And talking about coin flips, the defense is a massive coin flip too. Like you mentioned, Mertz, like the new DC, there's half the defense is like going to be new starters too. A lot of them likely rookies. I mean, Adrian Cooper,
guys.
Javon Bullard probably supposed to start.
Yep.
It's going to be tough. I mean, I know you're bullish on him. You're wearing that Georgia Bulldogs t-shirt today. Come on, let's woof.
Do you want to hear it?
Woof. Come on.
My kid says I sound English when I do it. I need to perfect it a little bit.
Give it to us.
It's very similar to Molly Brown.
Molly Brown?
Yes.
Her DMX impression, yeah. Not the best, I would say.
I'm working on it.
All right.
I'm not at J. Farrell level yet. Working on it.
We'll get there.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton. I want to tell you about being a winner. The weekend's coming up. Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Over $1 million won just last weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. We'll wrap the show up next.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Watch every show live and for free on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
You can drive cutting-edge design. 2024 Audis are on the lot and ready for delivery. You can save $7,500 on select Audi EVs with the AFS EV lease bonus. See dealer for details and exclusions. Eligibility is subject to credit approval through Audi Financial Services. Cannot be combined with National Customer Credit. Offer expires June 3rd, 2024. Stop in and test drive today. Check out their website to see their current electric vehicle inventory and their monthly specials. The search for your Audi begins at Zimbrick Audi Madison off the Beltline and Rimrock Road. Drive yours today.
Jim Rutledge here, and I want to tell you about the Bruce Company, Dane County's premier retailer of outdoor furniture. They'll help you elevate your outdoor living space like they have for me. Exceptional craftsmanship, all the latest styles, colors, and durable materials that hold up to whatever Wisconsin weather brings. From deep seating to dining, pick your set, and the Bruce Company will customize it to fit your style. Visit their furniture showroom in Middleton and let their trained staff help you bring your outdoor dreams to life. The Bruce Company, your outdoor living experts.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Prize Picks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with more than 5 million members. It is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players. Pretty simple. You just pick more or less on 2 or more players' stats for a shot to win up to 100x on your cash. And testing my skills on Prize Picks this playoff basketball season, it's the most simple way to get in on the action. You just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and submit your lineup. Made my first $10 deposit and received an instant $10 bonus. If you have the skills, you can play for a shot at turning your $10 into $1,000. This playoff season, the star players mean more on Prize Picks. Keep an eye out for starred players on the board, and you could receive a 10% payout boost if they're in your winning lineup. Download the app today and use that code WI for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code WI on Prize Picks for a first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
I was rolling my rig on a Crescent City run with my hands on the wheel looking into the sun. With a flash, I became temporarily blind by a plate glass truck I was tailing behind. Next thing I know, I'm in the side of a ditch with a bent rear wheel and a broken off hitch. But I was hauling again in just a short while, 'cause Truck Star Collision is on my speed dial. Do you operate a fleet, whether it's heavy-duty 18-wheelers or medium-duty delivery vans? And does vehicle downtime make you cringe? Time is money, and a fleet vehicle on the sideline hurts because you need your fleet to be up and running 100% of the time. If one of your heavy or medium-duty fleet vehicles is out of commission, TruckStar Collision Center in Deerfield will get it back on the road quickly. Since TruckStar is a full-service facility, the complete repair is done in-house, saving you time and money. And remember, they're able to repair both heavy and medium-duty vehicles. TruckStar Collision Center, minutes off I-94 in Deerfield. Call 888-400-1002 or log on to truckstarcollision.com.
Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
They dance above me as I sing. I see them through a crystal haze.
My kid says I sound English when I do it. I need to perfect it a little bit.
Give it to us.
It's very similar to Molly Brown.
Molly Brown?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a perfect one.
Woof, woof.
Yes.
It's not.
It's gonna give it to you.
Tell me
Does
you have...
that sound better? Does that sound better than woof woof?
I said that was the woof of a mom. Like, you're doing woofs for little kids, and you just don't do the full-on, like... The DMX wolf is like, arr.
Yeah.
But if you have kids, it's woof. Yeah, that's what
She sounded more like an animated kids movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It was nice.
Sounded like
nice.
Jay Pharoah in one of his many animated roles.
Right.
Exactly, yes. No, and again, if you missed that interview at Jay Pharoah at Comedy Club on State, you can listen back, Wisconsin On Demand, Apple, Spotify, any of those great places. Join us for the American Stroke Association's 2024 Cycle Nation Madison event on Wednesday, May 22nd. That's next Wednesday at the Sylvie. Rutledge and Hamilton will be fresh off golfing earlier in the day, but we're going to be there live during a cycling event with our friends from Carbon World Health. Cycle Nation is a cycling event and movement empowering people to be healthy while funding vital research to eradicate stroke and heart disease. There's still time to form a team and make a difference. Come out and cheer on the riders as the pedal. Cheer on the riders as they pedal. It is written as the pedal, but that doesn't make any sense. As they pedal to fight strokes, visit cyclenation.org/Madison for more details and to donate to the year's campaign. See you at the Sylvie on Wednesday, May 22nd. Adam, you're going to be a part of that?
I am going to be on a bike.
Wow.
I'm on a team. One of my coworkers helps organize that event, and I love doing that. I had some heart issues a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Went through a bypass situation. So I'm back. I'm fit. I'm ready. The event is awesome. It's really worth coming by and checking out.
Let's go. Well, we're happy that you're back and ready to go and healthy enough to participate in this event. It will not be an easy event. While we're at it, though, I'm going to hype up the show here. For the second straight year, me and Matt have been nominated for the best radio team in Madison by Madison Magazine, which means by you, the listeners out there. This year we want to win it. We need your help. We want to win the gold. So throughout the month of June, so not quite here yet, you can vote for Rutledge and Hamilton each and every day as the best radio team in Madison at madisonmagazine.com/BOM. That's madisonmagazine.com/BOM. Voting opens on June 1st. So we're excited about that as well. Prime, you're a part of this one, right?
What do you mean I'm a part of this one?
Well, the last one you were not a part of it, so this one you're going to be a winner. Yes.
Wait, is he going to be back?
I don't know.
Today?
Well,
yeah,
that's
good
true.
point.
Yeah, we'll
have to find a new campaign manager.
Yes, we'll be the new producer of the show now that you're gone.
We got embroiled on a scandal. The 2024 Rutledge and Hamilton campaign's already gone down. Oh no.
Well, you did fix our poll question.
I did.
Jim Rutledge thinks the Wisconsin herd should relocate from Oshkosh to Madison. Do you agree? 56% of you say yes. So right now, the people want it. They want the Wisconsin herd to play at the Alliant Energy Center Coliseum. I think that would make a lot of sense. I don't know the Oshkosh Arena. I cannot imagine it's that much better than the Coliseum. And it's closer, right? Is it closer to Milwaukee, or is it same? It's about an hour from Madison to Milwaukee.
To get to Oshkosh, because I live up in the Appleton, Fox Valley area, so I know that lived. Well,
yes.
Okay, I still. Yeah, all right, lived.
Oh, it's a hell of a. Adam's reaction was like, "This guy pulled a hell of a
quite
commute."
the commute. Yeah, it's like I was really working hard for this job. It's too bad I lost it. But no, that should be about like an hour and a half, hour 45 to Milwaukee. So it would definitely be closer, probably more accessible for fans.
See, that would be great as well. Adam, thank you so much for joining the show today.
Awesome to be here, Jim. This is fantastic. You were the second funniest guy in the studio today.
Oh, look at that. What a compliment. Jay Pharoah, the funniest guy in the studio today. Again, that interview is available at Wisconsin On Demand, Apple, Spotify, any of those great places. If you missed any of this week's show, you can listen back there. Matt Hamilton is back on Monday, and we'll have a full week of shows. I'm done. It's late. It's Rutledge Hamilton presented by Coors Light. Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday